You felt that too, huh? It's Sunday, Saturday, all those bad intentions, all that funny acting, friends, family. Y'all was having a good time. Y'all was getting lit. Now you hungover. Now you probably still smacked. You don't feel good. You throwing up. Whatever drugs that you was doing, still in your system. You probably real lit right now. Still feeling empty, right? Right. Let's talk about it. Still feeling empty. First of all, my name is Goodbye Forever, aka August, and you're tuned in with a word with forever. This is forever. Yay! But first and foremost, what I really want to say is this is not a judgmental video. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about why you feel empty inside. Let's talk about why you go out every single weekend. Let's talk about why you're not happy with yourself, or things are not resurrecting with you or settling in. Or maybe things are settling in with you and it's just the people that surround you. Let's talk about it. Life goes on, man. I used to think all the time it's corny the fact that, oh, you are who you hang around with. My mom used to tell me that all the time, bro. You are who you hang around with. Oh, this person not your friend. This person not your brother. You're wasting your time. You spending your time for nothing. And let me tell you, when you're trying to be productive in your life, for real, you can't have no distractions. You got to be tunnel vision. You have to be focused. You can't go where you're going if other people that's around you is holding you back. They're holding you back. That's why you're not getting the results that you really want to, because they're holding you back. Some people you just have to let go. That's why I said life goes on, bro. There's certain people. All right, let's put it like this. Most people growing up in this day and age, if you're like, okay, if you're millennials, Gen Z, Gen X, baby boomers, or whatever, in some shape or form, to a degree, I notice that a lot of us have abandonment issues. So, what abandonment issues do is it open up gateways, it open up opportunities for things that are toxic and things that are dysfunctional. Or let's say if you didn't grow up in an environment where people communicated effectively, it opened up gateways to the point where all you know is toxicity and dysfunction. So whatever you hone in or whatever you're very familiar with your pain, it comes to reality in your surroundings, for real. So it's just like it can only manifest if you allow it, though. Whatever that you allow, that's why it's important to set boundaries. That's why it's important to hold on to morals and principles, because nowadays in the age, people are so confused, bro. Confusion, chaos. People music be this way, right? Let's say for music, an example. People music be this way, glorifying sex, glorifying robbing, glorifying killing, rather than telling their story. There's a difference between, oh yeah, I did a drill, I spin this or that, or saying, yo, bro, my brother had died from this, so this is the results that I had to do in order to survive. Most of the people in situations that when it comes to music or when it comes to living, since everything is so flooded and everything is so propaganda like, it gets glorified. And if you don't have a comfortability within yourself, you wouldn't know the difference between, all right, this is acceptable and this is not acceptable. You might have an idea, but how it are you going to capitalize and how is it going to be effective to you if this is all that you doing and this is all that you kind of know, but you know better, but it's not resurrecting with you like that because you're lost. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean that in a bad way, because we all human. We all have our flaws. We all backpedal. You know what I'm saying? A couple of weeks ago, I was back in that stage. You feel me? I was back in that principle of going out, being surrounded by negativity, being surrounded by people who really don't even care about me. And not what only that, social media doesn't make it even easier, because everything is the focus on what's the popular demand, what is getting pushed out, what is being brainwashed to us on an every single day basis, to the point where it has you think. Well, actually, you don't even think. But you got to think about it. The more that we effectively get into these things, the more that we turn off our morals and principles, we become desensitized. Because you know why? The things that we're hearing with our ear gates, the things that we're seeing with our eye gates, is becoming openly accessible. There's nobody to be able to put their foot down and be like, nah, this is not it. Nah, we not rocking with this. From time to time, do I slip up? Yeah. But being honest with y'all is the first step. Being honest with yourself is the first step. I'm still in the process of right now, but I'm getting better when it comes to being careful of what you hone in, being careful of what you see, be careful of effectively doing what you're doing for real. But it starts with the people that surround you. There's certain people that's in my past right now that think that they're effectively still in my life and still have a purpose in my life. Now the lesson has already been done. Probably the same with you too. And it's okay to turn that off. It doesn't mean that you have to be an enemy. It doesn't mean that, how should I say it, that y'all on bad terms or bad blood, but you got to know when the point of time to cut off the relationship with that person, or cut off and know to the fact that, okay, this was my lesson from this person. Now it's time to move on. And when it becomes to a certain degree, to the point where people know that, because people see, people pay attention. If they see that you're progressing, or you're moving forward, or you're not in the areas where you used to be anymore, or you're trying to be the best version of you for other people that's around you to benefit as well, and they're still throwing the old things that's in your face, they don't care about you. That's not a friend. That is not a family member. That is not a relative. That is not a blood brother or sis or whatever that is to you. That's disrespect. Don't tolerate no disrespect to yourself, because most importantly, you have yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, I have a lot of friends and I have a lot of family members that we used to be cool a couple years ago or years plus ago or whatever. And I used to do the same thing that they used to do to a certain degree. I always had in the back of my mind subconscious guilt because they moved to a different way. But that's how, when confusion sets in, you know what I'm saying? That's when the confusion of we're having fun or we're getting lit or we're trying to move positivity or anything like that, but in actuality it's just really chaos because it's blended in with the lies and within the truth. You know the difference between you and your circle. If they really resonate with you, that's the reason why you attract the people that you attract, because that's all that they know. You know, people glorify the things that they glorify with no substance for real, and that's all that they know. But sometimes that people come to you because misery likes company, and not only within that, even the dark is attracted to a light. If you're a light person, if you're a light being for real, you're gonna attract people that, that's a familiar pain, that's a familiar struggle, because that's how the world tests you for real. So when the world tests you for real, all you have to do is do what you have to do, plant the seed, and let that be enough. And if that's enough for you, the rest is up to God. The rest is up to the world. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not your job. Your job is just to be the messenger, be the person that you can effectively be the best person for yourself and set an example for the world of being the vessel. That's all you have to do. And the more that you get lost within that and try to water people and it never gets anywhere, then that's when confusion sets in. Then that's when all of this chaos comes into play. And within a sense, you become back where you used to be. And it happens just like that. You wouldn't even know it until you're into that situation. But like I said, life goes on. Never, I don't want to say never respect, but let's just say, like what I was saying earlier, your principles, your morals, your spirit, your nature of things, of how you are, keep that first. And before any of that, keep God first. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't know, tap in with yourself, do your shadow work, do everything that you had to do, and everything else will align. Be realistic about it. You don't have to be positive about it all the time, because life is not all the way positive. Hone in with your emotions, hone in with your situation, and just do the best that you can for yourself. Be kind, be nice to others, be mutual. What I've learned in my lifetime, being mutual. You don't have to be a friend with anybody, and you don't have to be an enemy with anybody as well, but just treat people like you would want to be treated. Just a certain level of respect, and that's it. The rest is gonna align with each other the best that you do for yourself. And that's all I have for y'all today. It's a good Sunday. I'm about to probably go play basketball, enjoy this weather. Signing out with a word with forever. This is forever. Yay!